Questions 1 through 10 on the 2015 Grade 11 Fermat Math Contest. The average of 5 numbers 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 is? Well, you add them, and then you would divide by the number of numbers, which is 5. So the numerator here is 50 divided by 5, and that is, of course, 10. So number 1, the answer is E. The value of 2 times 3 plus 4 over 2 plus 3. Well, I think they're just testing knowledge of bed mass, which, as I'm sure you know, is order of operations. That multiplication comes before addition. So you would do the 2 times 3 initially, which is 6, plus 4 over 2 plus 3, and now you can do the additions, which should be 10 over 5, which is 2. So number 2, the answer is 2, which is choice A. 6 points P, Q, R, S, T, U are equally spaced along a straight path. Emily walks from P to U and then back to P, at which point she has completed 70% of her walk. Okay, so at which point? Let's just call these X, X like that. Or if you prefer to use numbers, you can. You can use 1. Make it simple, 1, 1, 1, like that. Whichever one you like. So if I'm going from P to U, I've walked 5, basically, a length of 5. And then once I start coming back, I've walked now 6, and now I've walked 7 when I reach S. And if I've walked 7 and the total from P to U and then back to P is 10, then that is indeed 70%. When I have reached S, I will have walked 70%. So number 3, the answer is S, which would be choice D. If x equals minus 3, x minus 3 squared is equal to. So I'll substitute minus 3 for x, and then that becomes minus 3, which is minus 6 squared, and that is 36. So number 4, the answer is B. These points, P, Q, R, and S form a rectangle. What are the coordinates of S? All right, so let's plot these and see what kind of a coordinate we get. So P would be 3, negative 2. So let's see here, approximately here. This will be P. And then Q, 3, 1. So approximately here for Q. R, 7, 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 7, 1. So here's R. And now obviously the coordinates of that S most likely are here to make it a rectangle. And that rectangle, of course, would be something like this, right? If those points were joined like that. All right, well, P was 3, negative 2. And therefore, since S would have the same y coordinate, this would be negative 2 in terms of its y coordinate. R was 7, 1. And then S would have the same x coordinate, so that would be 7. So the coordinates of S would be 7 and negative 2. So number 5, the answer is B. In the diagram, MNPQ is a rectangle with points M, N, P, and Q on the sides of triangle XYZ, as shown. If angle Z and M is 68 and angle XYZ is 55, what is the measure of angle YXZ? All right, so this is a right angle right here, so we can easily figure out that angle in there. That angle, if I can call it anything really, X, let's say, right here, X plus 90 plus 55 is equal to 180. And when you solve for that, you get that X is equal to 35. So we can plug 35 into there. Right here, 35, that angle. Now this is 90, so we can easily figure out that angle. If we call that, say, Y. Y plus 90 plus 35, all the angles that are about that line are also equal to 180. So solving for this, we get Y is equal to 55. So this in here is 55. So put that in there. That is 55 degrees. And then this is 90. So if this angle, say, is Z, Z plus 90 plus 68 is 180. So therefore Z, if we solve for this, is 22. So there we go. That becomes 22 in there. This angle in here. So now we can add up all the angles in this triangle. X, that point, but that angle is YXZ. So angle YXZ plus 22 plus 55 is equal to 180. So solving for angle YXZ, you get 103. So number 6, the answer is E. Violet has 1/2 of the money she needs to buy her mother a necklace. After her sister gives $30, she has 3/4 of the amount she needs. Violet's father agrees to give her the rest. The amount that Violet's father will give her is. So we have x over 2 is what she has initially. She's then given $30 by her sister. And when that happens, she now has 3/4 of the value that's required to buy the necklace, which is x. So this is pretty much the equation we can use to solve for x. So it'll be 3/4 x minus x over 2. That would be 30 is equal to x over 4, and therefore x is equal to 120. So the value of the necklace is $120. So now let's talk about this. Initially, she has x over 2, which is $60. Her sister gives her $30, so now she has 90. And then she needs 120, so her father has to give her how much? She has to go from 90 to 120. Therefore, her father has to give her $30. So number 7, the answer is D. If x and y are positive integers and 3 to the power of x times 5 to the power of y is 225, then x plus y is. Well, we obviously have to break up 225 into its prime factors. It's 3 times 3 times 5 times 5. So that would be, in terms of exponents, 3 to the power of 2 times 5 to the power of 2. 3 to the power of x, 5 to the power of y. Well, obviously, comparing, x is equal to 2, and y is equal to 2. So x plus y is going to be 2 plus 2, which is 4. So at number 8, the answer is B. At Barker High School, a total of 36 students are on either the baseball team, the hockey team, or both. If there are 25 students on the baseball team and 19 students on the hockey team, how many students play both sports? All right, so let's draw one of those famous diagrams. They're called Venn diagrams. And let's discuss this. So the bigger circle I'll call the baseball circle, and the other circle will be the hockey circle. So these regions I will label A, B, and C. Now let's talk about the question. 36 students are the total, so A plus B plus C is 36. And then 25 play baseball, so A plus B is 25. 19 play hockey, so B plus C is 19. How many students play both sports? Okay, we have to essentially find B. So we can do that using these equations. The first one, A plus B plus C, is 36. So A plus B plus C is 36. So A plus B is 25. And therefore, we can easily solve for C. C would be 11. Substitute that into there. And when you do, you get 11 plus B is 19. Solving for B, you get B equal to 8. And that's it. Number 9 is B. Anka and Bruce left Mathville at the same time. They drove along a straight highway towards Staten. Bruce drove at 50 kilometers per hour. Anka drove at 60 kilometers per hour, but stopped along the way to rest. They both arrived at Staten at the same time. For how long did Anka stop to rest? Well, we will use the formula speed is equal to distance over time, or time is equal to distance over speed. So Bruce, he has the following time. His time is distance over speed. His distance is 200, and his speed is 50. So that is 4. And in particular, it's 4 hours. Anka, that would be 200 over 60, and that is 3 1/3. And that is, of course, hours. But they're saying that Anka and Bruce arrive at the same time. Well, that's only possible if Anka stops along the way to rest, which is, of course, what she does. And therefore, once she rests, that rest time plus the 3 3/4 will add up to 4. So what we really need to do is just subtract 4 minus 3 1/3, and that is 2/3. So 2/3 of an hour is how much she took during her rest, and that in minutes is 40 minutes. Yeah. So therefore, number 10, the answer is A.